it going? How are you?
All right, how are you?
I'm really concerned and worried about the fact that the artist is not going to be available for trial. Cynthia is my co-counsel on this. I wanted to pose Heath's client because it's important to know what her statements are going to be when she takes the stand. Without the artist, she is the only person setting the stage for the cause of action. Did you get some photographs for us?
Yeah, just gives the progression after the first time, second time.
And our intent here is trying to get to know you, get to know your case and everything that happened. And I am showing you what's previously been marked as Defendant's Exhibit B in this case. It appears to be a waiver form. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And are those your initials by every paragraph here?
Yes.
And is that your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
And when you received this document, did you read it prior to putting your signature on it?
Honestly, I glanced.
Okay.
You know, I did read some of it, but in depth, I would say no.
Well, how old are you again?
32.
32. And do you own your own home?
Mortgage, yes.
You own a mortgage?
Yeah.
So you've signed a mortgage and a promissory note, correct? And when you went to closing, you read those documents?
Outside with me for just a
Yes,
second?
ma'am.
I thought I was going to have to really jump in there when Cynthia started going after my client.
Pardon me, I'm sorry. I pulled Cynthia out of the room to let her know her aggressive behavior wasn't going to be bringing us a whole lot of information.
Maggie wants to approach it differently. It's Maggie's case. I wasn't out of line. I didn't break any rules, and I wasn't badgering her in any way.
The time for cross-examination is when you bring those statements to light. You get them to admit to every single thing that you can in the deposition, and then you shove them in their face at trial. And so tell me a little bit about the process that led to the second tattoo.
I decided to go back and I showed them my foot and told them what had happened.
Did you jolt and kind of get nervous?
I'm sure there were times I did move, but he never mentioned to me that I needed to be still.
Did you feel him getting into areas where you knew that the previous tattoo was not?
When I did sit up, and that's when I realized that he had added the green onto my foot without, you know, my permission. And I just told him to stop.
Did you put any moisturizer on it?
No.
No Vaseline?
He said, I shouldn't tell you this, but you can pour peroxide on it.
Did you pour peroxide on it?
A couple of times, but it really, really hurt. So I didn't do it any more than that.
I really don't think I need any more answers.
Well, I think we can conclude this deposition. Thank you for coming.
I appreciate you making yourselves available.
A deposition is a fishing expedition. Maggie's going to defend the case, first of all, based on the waiver, and try to say that she released them from any liability, which isn't going to work.
Have a good day. This trial's going to be really hard for a lot of reasons: personal, professional, and strategically.
Hi, my name's Lauren Kingery. I'm calling for Sharon on the Taylor case, please. Thank you. I'm calling opposing counsel in Donnie's case prior to going to mediation to make sure we're on the same page. I was kind of the impression that this was a case only regarding equitable distribution, and I wanted to get your thoughts on that so we know what we're walking into tomorrow.
There's no children born in the marriage, and at this point, I don't believe that my client is pregnant, and I hope that that is still the case. And
I hope so too. When I call Sharon, the issues I need to discuss are narrowing what issues are actually going to be brought up. I want to know before walking in so I can, most importantly, prepare my client so he doesn't hit the roof when they come in with this offer.
she was talking about a $30,000 Rolex.
I want one of those.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to see a $30,000 Rolex, but that's what she was talking
Well, I'll
about.
get with him on that because, I mean, obviously, that I don't know when it was purchased and whatnot, so we'll find out, you know, what the status on that is. I'll see you tomorrow, Sharon.
All right, look forward to seeing you then.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.
If we have all this testimony and allegations from Meredith, we have no one to refute that except for the artist, who we can't find. I think what we need to do is to find an expert witness.
In the field of?
Tattoos.
Okay, no, I see where you're coming. Let's send the interns to do it.
Yeah.
Are they here?
Guys?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, Kurt and Cole are not really run-of-the-mill interns. I'm hoping to inspire them in a fashion that will help them to become more serious and zealous advocates.
We got.
We have a job for you. We want you guys to find us an expert in the field of tattoos. Someone that has experience and knows the art and science of tattoos.
I'm gonna give you guys copies of the files, but I don't want you to read through it in a legal sense, okay? I want you to use what you know from law school. This is the perfect project for you.
Right.
Because it's taking what knowledge you do have and finding someone.
Go to random tattoo parlor try to find somebody.
Do whatever you can do to get them. I'm counting on you.
Sounds good. Case.
And quit wadding that up, put that in a file. They wanted jobs.
Heath is gung-ho, you know, so he wants to bring it, let's bring it.
Cynthia and I decided that we needed to go and visit with our client. It's always good to see the place where the alleged negligence occurred.
I really think that part of the strategy is going to come down to logic. No woman in their right mind would go back to a hairstylist that like completely chopped their hair.
The whole point is that she went to him. She doesn't go back for a week or two. I think she just changed her mind.
Am I going the right way?
I hate taking cases in Middleburg.
We've heard that the Broken Spoke is one of the most popular biker bars in Jacksonville. We think it'll be a good place to find an expert witness.
So y'all got tattoos?
No?
I got a couple. How many tattoos would you say that you probably have?
I have 11.
You have 11 tattoos? How many tattoos would y'all say you probably had?
Probably 100.
Probably 100?
Man, I'm a tattoo artist in Jacksonville Beach, but
What we're working with is a woman who literally, she got one on the top of her foot, and she's moving around quite a bit whenever it was happening. And then she comes back with swelling and things like that. She wants to blame it on the artist.
it's infected because she has not been taking care of it right. She's probably wearing socks.
I was going to say, as a
sweat,
foot, shoes, things like that.
bacteria from your shoes.
Would you be available to testify in court as an expert?
Yeah, oh yeah.
The guys actually opened up quite a bit more than what I expected from when I first walked in. I think that Maggie's going to be pretty happy with the information that we got. Telephone number, address, email if you got it.
Dorothy, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Wow. I have never been to a tattoo parlor, and judging from the outside, I'm kind of nervous. I know you can't judge a book by its cover, but this cover really sucks.
It's good to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Thank you for
I
inviting
see you
us
brought
out.
somebody lovely with you also.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Cynthia. It's
I'm
nice
Robert.
to meet you.
Good to
I'm
meet you.
also an attorney going to be helping you on the case.
Oh, great.
Absolutely.
So I got two people shooting for me.
Absolutely.
At my firm, we don't go at it alone. Do you have a place where we could speak in a, private?
The artists are out right now. Why don't we just go in their room for a moment?
Sure. I hate being the bearer of bad news, but despite our best efforts to attempt to settle this case out of court,
Right.
unfortunately, Mr. Brockwell wants to go to trial.
This whole event created a problem, not just for the client alone, but also to my own heart.
Well, we've got to change a little bit of attitude here.
Okay.
So, apologies out the door. Those are statements of admission, and they can hurt your case significantly.
Okay.
The fact that she was moving around when she was getting a tattoo, the fact that she left, didn't take care of it, and doesn't even mention until the end that she's unhappy with it, shows you guys were not liable.
We are going to be shifting gears from settlement and taking responsibility in some fashion and meeting halfway to zealously fighting and advocating on your behalf. We don't want to give them anything. It is their burden of proof. The plaintiff has to prove their case.
Okay.
I promise you, we will get you through this. My client is neither a tattoo artist nor an expert.
I don't need an objection every 5 minutes, so this objection is overruled.
She's trying to rate me for everything that's worth, any decent value.
Because you feel like I paid for it, therefore it should be mine. I'll give her some of the smaller things. The court will not see it your way.